What's going on, everyone? KJ here. Thought I'd start my catch-up reviews for Hajime no Ippo as I used to review it before my forced hiatus. Now, I've been on hiatus for about 6 months. Like I said, I had no idea when I was going to be able to come back. Luckily, I was able to come back not too long ago, and I knew that I wanted to catch up on all the things I was reviewing because it would be kind of weird if someone new came to my channel and just saw a huge gap in the reviews. Now, I understand maybe it's not that big of a deal to some people, but it kind of is to me, and I feel I just want to put my opinion out there for the things I missed. Luckily, I've been keeping track of all the things. I think I missed about 23 chapters, so it'll be split into 3 videos. This video is going to have 8, the second video is going to have 8, and the last one's going to have 7. So in this video, we're going to be going over chapters 1199 through 1206. And most of these I got from H&I Scantrad because Manga Stream kind of just stopped doing it. They recently did 1205 through 1210, but yeah. So also, my review style has changed a lot since November 2017. It's not a lot of summary of what I'm watching or reading anymore. It's more along the lines of just my thoughts, but a lot of times I tend not to go in depth too much. Most of the time, if I say, oh, I liked it or I enjoyed it, it was cool, it's usually like that. It's very simplistic. It's not too deep. And I just like doing that because I'm not going to take up y'all time with, I'm not going to take up your time with a summary of what I just read or what I just watched. You could basically watch the episode or read the chapter to get that. I'm giving you my thoughts on it. It may be a lot, it may be a little, it depends on the chapter. But starting off, we have round 1199, titled The Brink of Death. And also starting from, I think, 1205 and beyond, that's when my new review style comes into play. But before that, it's my old one. So, like I said, just a little bit of summary. But, actually, you know what? No. Forget what I said there. I'm just going to give y'all my thoughts already from the beginning. So I gave this chapter a 5 out of 5 because I like the visuals, I like Kamigawa's struggle with the towel, Guevara's continuous determination, and Ippo putting serious work with that down. Yeah, pretty decent chapter right there. Then we have round 1200, which is called Sudden Death, and I gave this chapter I also gave the chapter 5 out of 5 because it was another stellar chapter to me. The visuals were on point, and Ippo went in during this chapter and may finish in the next one, so I really enjoyed it. And I wrote a lot, obviously I wrote these at the time they came out, so I didn't know what was happening next. But I just compiled them because I wanted to do a catch-up review soon because I couldn't make videos at the time when these chapters were coming out. But moving on, we have round 1201, titled From the Heart. This one was also a 5 out of 5 for me because the chapter I loved it. It was absolutely amazing. While it really sucks Ippo might be punch drunk and this match may be his last, it was just amazing in terms of visuals and and hype. And what really had me was the 180-degree turn that this chapter took with the whole look of apology and how Ippo's been having problems and how Ippo can't even remember parts of the match, and that really blew me back. Yeah, and I was really hoping that Ippo could land the new Dempsey role in the next chapter, but with that being said, moving on to 1202, the conclusion. Of course, he winds up getting hit by Guevara while he's trying to land the new Dempsey, or just trying to use a new Dempsey role, and gets down for the 3rd time, meaning he's received his 3rd loss so far. However, he did land a hit on Guevara's forehead, so when I was writing this, I was thinking maybe Guevara could be punch drunk or could have lasting damages from this match in the future because of this crazy match he had with Ippo. And I wanted to know where's the manga going to go after this chapter? Is Ippo actually going to retire? Are the other boxers, the other main character boxers, going to be affected by Ippo's loss? I would say the only thing that I really didn't like about this was I wasn't able to see more reactions from the audience, the crowd of people. But future chapters showed that, and because of all those things, I give this chapter a 5 out of 5. It was just amazing, even though it was a very sad moment because we all wanted Ippo to win. Even though he was very stubborn about using the Dempsey role, it was just an amazing chapter for me. It really was. Next up, we have 1203, titled Dark Knight. So I gave this chapter a 4 out of 5 because I'm happy that Ippo's not in critical condition. It sucks if Ippo lost, yeah, but at least he's not super negatively affected from this match. And I like the huge applause from the audience. Of course, I couldn't wait to see Takamura's fight. So yeah, but like I said, a lot of these chapters, and also the thing about Hajime no Ippo, let me quickly explain this, is that the chapters are short, so you can't really. And with my review style about to be shown in 1205. My quick thoughts on 1205 is there's not much for me to really talk about or speculate or go over. Maybe there is for some people, but like I said, I don't want to take up all your time. Basically just basically just writing down everything that happened in the chapter, basically just vomiting everything that happened in the chapter. I don't want to do that. It takes what's the point of a review then? You know, that's a recap. So yeah. But next up we have, oh, did I review? I mean, I gave the chapter a 4 out of 5. I don't know if I said that earlier. But next up we have round 1204, which is the second to last chapter. Oh, I'm sorry, I meant actually third to last. I'm actually also going to be reviewing 1206. The paper just didn't show that, like it was covered. So round 1204 is titled The Solitary Hawk. And, you know, I gave the chapter a 4 out of 5 because, you know, I kind of figured Takamura wouldn't be shocked regarding Ippo's fight. And I'm also, you know, I just hope that there's nothing wrong with Ippo. Like, turns out he has a concussion, so more tests will be done for him later. But I just hope that everything's all good. I just, you know, hope everything's all good for him. And I also really liked how Fuji kind of explained the reason why Ippo received such an amazing applause after his match ended. Basically because it was kind of a funeral, you know, that this match is going to be his last because of what happened. And you know, and I also really liked Takamura's like discussion with Ippo about how he's not going to let Kamigawa down, and how Takamura's always been alone and stuff like that. It was just really awesome for me. So yeah, but also of course I can't wait to see Takamura fight. So next up we have 1205, titled Rip Open the Curtain Over the Night. And so this chapter was really cool. Takamura easy took out Light Yang, which wasn't really a surprise for me, to be honest. But then, however, so this was something that kind of annoyed me, and I'm probably going to explain this in the third part of the Hajime reviews, because that's when it really, really annoyed me. But he started making fun of Ippo in the post-match commentary, which was kind of like crazy, because I understand why he did it. You know, Ippo hasn't crossed that line yet, and Takamura doesn't want Ippo to keep disappointing everyone with all this build-up and all this training, and then he just wastes it all and loses the matches that he's supposed to win. But still, it's kind of like he goes about it in a way that just makes it really annoying. And you know, I love Takamura. He's funny. He's awesome. Of course, he's an amazing boxer. But it's just, like I said, I'm going to explain this more in part 3. It's just that one tiny aspect of his character that I just don't like. And I also like, I didn't say this before, I also wonder how Kumi will react to hearing that Ippo lost. And I give the chapter a 4 out of 5. So last but not least, we have 1206. On the way back. So this chapter was really relaxed. You know, while accompanying Ippo on his journey home, Kamigawa asked him several questions, all related to boxing, of course, and it was kind of like a trip down memory lane, which was really awesome. And once they get to Ippo's house, you know, Ippo tells his mom that he's home after thinking about his talk with Kamigawa, and at the end of the chapter it says that Ippo's opened his clenched fist, dropping the boxing glove. So I'm interested in seeing what happens next. And I give the chapter a 4 out of 5. You know, while I know Ippo might be done with boxing, it was just, when I was writing this, you know, I really want to know, like, what is Ippo going to go after next? After, you know, we of course looking toward the future, knowing that what we know now, we know he's going to become a second. But during this time when I was writing the review notes for 1206, I didn't know that, so I was really wondering. But there's also something I want to quickly touch on before I end this video. I'm not going to talk about it too much in this video because I feel like it would be better if I talked about it when I've caught up to all the Hajime no chapter releases. And basically the topic is the like talking about the pre-retirement like chapters, so boxing matches, hype, training, build up, and then the post-retirement chapters. So basically it's more relaxed, it's more dialogue, it's more plot. It's not as crazy, you know, as yeah, it's not as crazy as the pre-retirement chapters. So, but that's, like I said, I'm going to explain that more when I'm caught up. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And also, forgot to explain this before I even said that. If you have any thoughts on all these chapters, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Stuff you liked, stuff you didn't like, stuff that stood out to you, stuff that, you know, you want to see, unanswered questions, all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it for this video. So, oh, also, if you're in addition to, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to pick up what I was saying before. Regardless if you're a new or returning subscriber, be sure to hit the notification bell so you're notified of all my uploads. But until next time, I'll see y'all later.